Well, I'm sure you noticed that something's a little different here. So it turns out that bomb stuff is kind of a scam. Like, yeah, all those bombs which we were led to believe were some sort of, I don't know, terrorist act, criminal stuff. Nope. Nope. Just big corporations wanting to sell their bombs to the lowest bidder. And gosh darn if they didn't have an inside man at Police HQ forcing us to run bomb drills for them, which we were led to believe were the real deal. So, you know, I'm tired of being treated like a fool, and I'm no idiot. So I called Big Joe down at Investments Regular and got myself a loan, based out my, diversified my portfolio, made my investments, did the whole 9 deals, and now I am my own corporation. That's right.
Building selection.
Mzbundifund Incorporated. I got myself a sweet deal on this little island out here, and I am going to get in on the bomb business. So, yep. I ditched that chucklehead that they had partnered me with back at Police HQ. So, if you were tuning in to hear Bacter, you got another thing coming, because the day I enter into bomb business with him is going to be no day I'm interested in seeing. So, as you probably noticed, this is Anno 2070. It's one of my favorite games. I got like 500 hours on it, or something. I don't know exactly what it is. It's a island building simulator, and it is pretty darn fantastic. Right now I've built what is a basic blockchain. These things dig up basalt, just gravel basically, and these smelters crush them all into blocks, I call them. They're just cinder blocks. They call them building modules, whatever. I got this chucklehead here. Hey dude, he's my basic population type. So the rough way the game works is you get resources, you give them to your guys. Like you can see that Earl here, whatever his name is, eats fish, and he has 2 needs right now. He's got the need for food and the need for community. The need for community is fulfilled by this road network connecting him to the city center. The need for food is fulfilled by this fishery, which pulls in fish. You probably noticed that I don't have any power yet. I will be fixing that right now. I'm playing as the Tycoons, which are the best faction. They are the Earth Ruiners. There's sort of an ecological theme running through this game. It's kind of cartoonishly presented. So I am the guy who builds the giant rotary excavator, just ruining the landscape here in order to provide coal to my, I don't know, machine, my big old thing here.
Awaiting your orders.
Thank you, robot. This is where I've got some upgrades, so coal technology is incredibly valuable to me. It's super efficient and super clean. But we'll go through the details right now. Right now, all that matters is as soon as this thing produces its first coal, then we're going to get the power station going, and my power up here is going to start rolling in. So I'm all out of blocks right now, and they're not going to be coming in anytime soon until the power gets going. So I'm going to take my boat here, and we will explore. See if we can find some other islands. This game kind of has fog of war, but not active fog of war, as you probably noticed. There's... Oh, hello Tilda.
Do you want to make a new start here too?
Yeah, so that's Tilda Jorgensen. She's another bomb manufacturer. She prefers the artisanal, handcrafted bombs, you know, the way of our ancestors, so she's probably big on Morse code and all that. What I'm really looking for is an island with vegetables on it. You can see this, my island here, Iron Gate, I'm going to rename that, has tea, rice, and coffee can be grown on it. But because I've played this game before and I know what I am looking for in the long term, I really need something with vegetables. And hopefully something with grapes and truffles on it eventually as well. Oh, I got my first new block.
Ready.
Hey, hello.
Oh, who's this?
Anyway, called Big Sal down at the bomb refinery warehouse. And I figured I'm going to go into the bomb creation business for myself. I'm no oh, excuse me. Looks like we've got our first explorer coming to the island here. This is...
What?
Oh. Hey.
Hi.
Buddy. Wow.
What's going on?
Fancy seeing you at the... at old Wood Lattice, my island here.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh,
here?
heck. I'm just... It's been real busy since the whole bomb headquarters thing. I've gotten into it's kind of a manufacturing deal, I'd say.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyone I know? What industry you?
Can't imagine. Well, it's a lot of oxidation.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's a kind of a chemistry business.
Mm-hmm.
Funny you mentioned.
Yeah, I entered into the hippie sort of growth faction. Eco's the best faction, as it happens.
I hear.
There's sort of an ecological theme in the future here, and I'm the Earth saviors. The people who are here to repair everything and not cause further ecological problems. Like our ancestors
of course.
did.
Right, that would be awful if that happened.
Oh, sure. I've been, just kind of building some tea plantations and,
Oh, that's good. Are you manufacturing bombs? You are.
Hey, new buildings constructed. I got a couple of. It's hard to say. We won't know until a few tech levels from now, will we?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's completely impossible to say what's going on. So there's no getting away from it, folks. This is a small world out there, and one man's industry is going to become another man's also industry that he wants to get into. So
right, yeah. Well, I'm afraid that we're going to be
in
part-time competitors.
That's right.
Or something like that.
I like to think that we're fulfilling a different niche. I build the bombs first, and you second.
That's right. You sell to the upper crust, and I sell to the peasants.
That's right. Whatever working Joe wants to buy it. So my workers get drunk on tea. I guess it's kombucha or something. Whereas his do a good hearty whiskey brew to get through the day.
Right. I guess it's some sort of rice liquor.
Probably, yeah. And
that's not really. Whatever.
So one thing that we really do appreciate about the game, and I think that you should definitely take some time to look at, folks at home, is how in-depth and how modeled just everything is.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some zoom-ins on these things here. This is one of the most simple farms, the rice paddy here.
Yeah.
But you've got these sort of terrace design and the high-tech fertilizers going in. Do you have a tea plantation up
I
yet?
do.
Yeah,
I've
here
got
we
one,
go.
Right over there, so you can see that.
Here, this one's just started
design.
up, and they got these little things that zoom out there and spray water all over his filthy tea.
My awful, filthy hippie.
So you can see already that Bacter's Island is eco-balance -2.
Yeah.
He's consumed a little bit. Mine is -33.
Right. And that's fairly representative of things to come.
Right.
I'm actually so used to us playing on
really
we normally play the same
for everything
faction
you're doing
and just conquer the world. But I'm so used to that I originally built all my wind farms right next to each other because Mzbundifund comes with some excellent wind power upgrades, and then I was like, 3% power.
Right. Yeah, you can't put your wind farms right next to each other, usually.
Not unless you've got some bonkers arc upgrades.
Right.
So yeah, this is a game about building bombs and sending them back into the past for economic reasons.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
But, economics is not easy.
The past isn't there for us to understand. That's
No, it's just for us to exploit economically.
That's right. That's what my history professor always said.
Mm-hmm. So this island here, which happens to be right next to mine, is a good
Registering
veggies
mainland.
island.
Mm-hmm.
So I will
Oh, very
be
nice.
attempting to make use of that.
Probably gonna need.
You haven't happened to find anyone besides Tilda yet, have you?
I actually haven't. I have
Out of
done.
here?
Have done not very much exploration.
All right.
What's that cycle between boats button again?
I don't know. I always just set it to 1.
Yeah,
My
sure.
command ship to 1.
No, I see.
and
I
just
see.
press that.
See. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Oh, sure,
So
it's hard
you
work,
can
but
see that now I've
we
got
could be
liquor
doing a lot
coming in,
worse.
I've got
There you
food,
go.
I've got community,
You're
and I've
swimming
filled
in
out
it.
the activity,
Uh-huh.
which
No
is
more bets, please.
this casino.
Right.
Is
yeah,
the last thing that my man needs to be happy.
I've of course got a concert hall because we're just
Right.
so fancy.
Mhm.
One thing that's a nice little metagame narrative is that the ecos do start out with what I will placatingly call some pretensions of being like
Yana
planet
Rodriguez.
friendly, but
I'm
they
the
end up
Eden Initiative
exactly as
representative. I'll be
greedy
in
and
this sector for a
unreasonable
while.
as the tycoons.
If you need anything,
Like,
It's
just
pretty
shout.
great. Yeah.
once you get to their top level, they're all about.
You're on
Do they want
business, hey?
robo servants or?
Yeah, they want robo servants and hollow projectors
That's right.
and all
You
this
can really
nonsense.
get
everything that is just so hard to get.
Right. So I found Yana Rodriguez.
Oh, great.
She's
Where's
due west of my island.
Great.
You see that sort of jutting out point on my westward tip? Just head due west from there.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll sort of explore up top. We don't have a whole lot to be afraid of in this particular map. There is Hector, who is a pirate.
After all
we
this
have to be
time,
worried
my
about
wife
him.
had delicious fish on the table.
Mm-hmm. So I'm about to upgrade my Earl here to the
Very
next
nice.
level. These guys actually do have names, but I don't know what they
Oh,
are.
hey.
So
I didn't even know. Oh, I didn't
Registering
rescind
change in
my
demographics.
rates. Everybody, stop bettering yourselves.
yeah, it's very important to lock down. I don't
Boy,
know,
it is.
social advancement. I forget what
Yeah.
they call it, but
Whatever.
just
class advancement.
institute a solid glass ceiling.
Yeah.
So that
And the
your
reason is
people
don't
don't
get too
advance.
carried
Yeah,
away.
especially in this
Things
early
are pretty
level,
good
is
at
it
the
takes a tools for them to upgrade, and we don't have a tools chain going on yet.
Right. You may have noticed that in order to build anything like this block smelter, it requires a tool. Up there, you see how it takes two tools to
hey,
make this.
incidentally, never mind. I was going to tell you that there was an island with vegetable. You already found one, though.
I did.
And anyway, this one has a missile on it, so... never mind.
Very well.
Yeah,
then.
anyway, you were going to say.
So everything requires tools to make, except for basically houses, or base level houses. But you can't actually manufacture tools until you get to this level, dude.
That's
the
right.
tier 2 house. I think Bacter's got one already. Yeah, here's the tier 2 hippie house.
Oh, man. See,
It's regrettable that I can't click on his house to show you the guy's face, because he
He's
is just
so great.
fatuous.
I actually like both of the early hippie guys, because the first guy is he's just real pleased, real happy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
just, oh, life can be so good.
Mhm.
The second guy is from
Game saved.
Boston somehow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, hold on. We saved and then everything exploded, but now we're back. Okay. Good.
Yeah, the game kind of freezes up when it autosaves.
Man.
So here I've started my first tools chain. Here's an iron mine. Here's, of course, the rotary excavator. This is a claim that I have that Bacter does not.
Yep, I need to get
The
a
hippies
coal
need to
mine.
build. Yeah, and the fact that the reason why that's bad is there's only so many of these mine sites
Yeah.
on your island. You can
right.
only here's what I can build on them: coal.
Do you happen to
iron,
remember the
limestone,
chains? I
copper.
can look that up, but
For tools, I know it's one.
1 to 1 to 1 to 2 to.
One, yeah, it's you get 2 tools workshops for every iron smelter, and each iron smelter needs 1 iron mine and 1 rotary excavator.
Or
And a
1
coal mine counts. No, a coal mine is actually 2 rotary excavators.
Okay,
worth.
so I can get a coal mine, 2 iron mines, and then 2 and.
Right, and then
2.
2 smelters and 4 workshops.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Then that's what I'll do. You can
And
sort of
you
see
need
the.
so many tools. I'm going to go straight to a second tools
Yeah.
chain here.
You can see the circles of influence where you can build. So if you want to build all the way across an island, you do have to usually build a depot in the middle. Now we have turned on full refunds, so you can just build one and then explode it right away once you've built
Yeah.
your other thing there, which is nice.
So you may have noticed. Can I build concrete yet? I can. I'll get started on that. This little guy here is a depot. It's got a truck, which you can see right here, the transport unit. And basically the whole purpose of the depot is, you can see it just sent out its truck, picked up some iron from in here and dropped it off in this slot. The depot is basically the wormhole that goes to your island stocks. Anything that goes into any depot can come out of any other depot.
Yeah.
So I could have the iron mine here and then another depot over here with the tools chains on.
Right.
It's just convenient to put them all next to each other because that way this iron smelter can pull coal directly from the rotary excavator instead of the depot having to pick it up from the excavator and then the smelter having to pick it up from the depot.
Right.
Just saves a little efficiency there.
Yeah. Okay, there's
Okay, here's the first tools workshop.
very nice.
Up and going.
Yeah.
You can see these nice big stompy compression
I like that a
chambers
lot.
here.
Got a few up myself, so once you get blocks and tools up, then you can really start going hog wild on your building.
Right.
Which is
And it's important to go hog wild on your
Yes,
building
it
because
is.
we're not running a charity here, and your bottom
sir.
line is very important.
Yeah, it is.
Right now, I've got Earl at the lowest tax bracket because that's how he upgrades into, I don't know, what are we going to call this guy? Steve?
Steve.
Yeah, that's how he becomes Steve. And
the life cycle of a
right, exactly.
peon worker.
And you can see that Steve has a lot more things he needs than Earl does.
Yeah.
Steve will be satisfied with fish, but what he really wants is fish and burgers. I mean, that's where
That's
the
the
love
true
of his
lifestyle right there.
Heart. That's the lust of his heart is some burgers.
That's what gets him up in the course of the day. Now, my city, if you're looking at, if you want to look at my island real quick.
Sure.
The thing is, all you need is a road connecting you to the city center to make everybody happy. But if you
Right.
look at this guy on the sort of the very top left here,
I'm looking at him.
barely connected to a road, and he has to go all the way down. So this is a horrible actual city design.
Yeah,
So bad.
meanwhile, I've got this sort of, I don't know, bureaucratic grid thing going. You notice these gaps. I got plans for these gaps.
Yeah.
And anyone who's played Anno probably knows what they're for. But
I don't know if this would strike anybody as especially surprising, but especially in the later configurations, Mzbundifund does tend to be a bit better laid out than my cities do, although mine are certainly serviceable.
oh, they're all fine.
They're
One of the nice things about this game is that you can optimize to your heart's content, but
Yeah.
you really don't have to.
No.
You can have a great time without being absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
You'll have a hard time on some of the super high-level challenge
Right.
maps, but this game's not really about high-level challenge play.
No, this is
Not
really.
in
I mean,
my
it's we play it sort of like Viscera cleanup detail, except we also get to feel important, I guess.
It's sort of the opposite of Viscera.
It
in that
really
sense.
is. Yeah.
Um,
There is combat again, but you can see in the first 2 tiers out of 4, we have no option to build anything warlike.
right. The shipyard here, which requires 360 Steves, is the first option you get to build anything combat-y. Ooh, I'm out of tools.
That was weird.
So, you
A
didn't forget...
Steve from me was talking in but the face was a who was the first guy? Earl. So-
Yeah, if you click on like Earl here
Yeah.
and he starts talking, sometimes they do, and then you quickly switch to someone else's face. They keep their voice
Found
going.
Hector.
Yeah, where at?
He is. You see that little tiny island, which is sort of due east of the bottom point on your island?
No, I haven't explored that way.
Okay. Well, anyway, he's. If you go down a little bit from the very bottom of your island, he's due east of that.
Okay,
A little close to my stuff, obviously.
sure.
So one thing that's kind of, I don't know, exactly got us down a little bit is this game is great, and it kind of looks like the next Anno isn't really continuing on with what we like about it. It's
Yeah.
This game is multiplayer. This is a randomly generated map, and it's kind of, I mean, the maps are different enough, but the challenges are similar that it is kind of, it's really fun just setting up things and figuring out, conquering
Yeah.
the area, settling things, doing your
Just
production
evaluating
chains.
your own, sort of solving how you want to do it. For instance, my island's got this kind of river in the way. Like, I built this limestone quarry here on this mine site because I wanted it, but this is sort of the natural place where my city is going to expand. So I decided to build the concrete factory, which would normally be supplied by the limestone quarry, off in a different location to save space for the city.
Yeah.
So there's just little things like that, which you don't really get the option to discover things like that in a non-randomly generated map.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just once you solve the map, it's solved.
Did it even have multiplayer, the next Anno?
No, it has no multiplayer.
So, stink to that. This is much more fun to do with a friend, too. So, I don't know.
It is.
Maybe these things are coming in a future update, but I don't know how hopeful to be about that.
Yeah.
Frankly.
Oh, well. I need another casino.
So here's one advantage that ecos, which is what the hippies are called, have, which is that it is much easier for me to make my level 2 material, which is wood, than it is to make...
yeah. Do you have a wood chain going? I'll zoom in on that.
No, I don't yet, but...
okay, let me know and I'll zoom in on it.
I had a big old building thing, so I'm still spinning out blocks.
Sure.
Now the hard work.
And so another
doesn't bother
thing
me,
is...
because everything else is going great.
You can, as you get more population and they have greater needs... not only will you need to make new production chains, your old ones may become inefficient or insufficient for what your guys need. So you really need to make
You probably noticed I had to build another fish farm here.
Yeah.
That's what they call fisheries.
That's
fish
true.
farms.
Yes. I'm forced to
had it
agree
all.
with you.
What more could you want?
Speaking of which, did you hear that they have licensed the very first genetically altered animal for sale for human consumption?
Really?
Yeah, genetically altered salmon.
I'll be darned.
They put a gene from I forget what it was, Chinook, another breed of salmon, I believe.
Okay.
Which basically alters the hormone production, puts it always on, so the fish grows faster.
Okay. There you
The
go.
Atlantic salmon normally only grows certain times of the year, but with the hormone production being deregulated or upregulated, I guess.
Well,
It goes faster.
unfortunately, as a technology and science alarmist, I'm deeply concerned.
Frankenfood!
I don't know if you were in this class. Mzbundifund and I went to the University of College together.
Right.
But there was a class we went to where they had were doing like interviews with the man on the street talking about their opinions on genetically modified food. And it was maybe a little mean of them, but there was somebody who went on for a while about how they didn't prefer to eat any food with DNA in it. Just no sir. None of that.
You don't know what's in DNA, do
It's
you?
true, you don't. It could be adenine, could be cytosine. They prefer to eat just big blocks of minerals.
Registering
Enormous
mana.
salt crystal.
Solid carbon. Just a big old block of coal.
Have you heard about that nutritive paste or whatever
New buildings available
what are they
for
calling
construction.
it? It's even called like Soylent or something like that.
I'm sure it is.
I found Davey. He is
cool.
due north of the. Tilda doesn't like how I'm expanding. Tilda.
Yeah, Tilda's already frowned at me.
Tilda.
Look at this shipyard.
Yeah.
Is that not a military-industrial complex, if ever you've seen one?
What, you mean hers or?
No, mine.
Okay.
I just built one.
That makes way more sense. Yes, no, that is certainly a military
There's
industrial
someone
complex.
standing here. Are you
Nothing
blind?
that Tilda does is a military industrial.
No. This is just a little basic cargo ship I built. The thing that I've been exploring with here is a quote commando ship.
Yes.
It's a weak multi-purpose
What
ship.
am I doing over there? This is where Hector lives. I'm going to stay away from that sector, I think.
You said he's to the south, right?
That's right. Sort of the mid southeast.
So you might have noticed that I claimed this island here, Neon, which again I'm going to rename this.
It's fine. Yeah, we do tend to rename everything.
The reason for that is Tilda will also be expanding her bomb manufacturing facilities, and I don't want her to claim my veggies island because I need that to make lettuce for my burgers.
Can I throw some farmhouses on there?
You can if you like, but there's another one also. Have you found Yana?
Yana. No, I don't know if I have.
Just southwest of my veggie island is
Okay.
another one, and that one has fruit on it, which you'll
Oh,
want
very nice.
in the future as well.
Oh, I actually... okay, I haven't discovered Yana, but it's one of those ones where the unexploration bar is like cuts right through the middle of her arc.
Right.
So no, I haven't discovered her yet, but I can clearly see her arc there.
Right. You got a hunch she lives there.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
What's the holdup in my tools workshops? My iron smelter, not enough iron ore. Is it? Do I have to do 4 mine slots then? Is it 2?
It's 1 iron mine per iron smelter, and it's 2 tool workshops per iron smelter.
Hi, Yana. I got you. Okay, I do need another iron mine. That's explaining the holdup.
Yeah. So basically you can run 2 iron mines, 1 coal mine, 2 iron smelters, and 4 tools workshops. That's a perfect efficiency setup.
This year, I'm gonna blow our savings on a great car, too.
Okay.
Then I will.
Earl just announced to me he's planning on blowing his savings on a new car.
Uh-huh. Alright.
That's one of my favorite
Way to go,
comments.
Earl.
Yeah. All right,
Building
buddy.
selection expanded.
You do you, as they say.
Okay, building selection.
Alright, nobody
is
improve
expanded.
yourselves anymore. I'm using up so many tools on you twerps.
Yeah.
Still, it looks like I'm holding steady with all my investments there. And hey, I'm up to, I'm certainly in the green on you know, stuff, on money.
Yeah,
And
raw
making money
income.
per tick, yeah. That's obviously a fairly important part of anime.
Yeah, income is factored on a few things. If you look at this
Not a hard
house,
work
this Earl,
doesn't
I just
bother me,
built it, so
'cause
there's only
everything else
2
is
out of
going
8
great.
residents that live here. As long as the tax bracket is dark or light green, then more people will move into the house.
Right.
And each person provides a certain number of taxes. Higher level residents, like Steve, provides more taxes per person than Earl, and a Steve house holds 15 people, not just 8.
Scanning
So,
unknown
because
host.
I've been making more Steves, I'm leaving them at the light green tax bracket, so they'll continue to move in. Once every house is at capacity, you can raise them up to yellow tax bracket, and they'll pay even more taxes, and there's really no downside to that.
That's right.
So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
optimal way to build your economy is to have everyone where the houses are not full be at light green. Have everyone that you want to upgrade to the next tax bracket be, or to the next
The boss was
population
so
class
nice to
be
me
at dark
today.
green, and everyone
Either
where
I'm
all the
gonna get
houses are
promoted
full be at
or
yellow.
fired.
Yeah.
There's really no reason to go higher than that ever.
No.
If you're needing to go higher than that, people will actually move out, so you'll be killing your economy
Yeah.
in the not even the long run, the very
short run.
short
It's-
run.
I
They don't
guess if
take
you were
long.
in a full-on war with somebody. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
but
And you
even
needed,
then,
like-
you better win it immediately, and war
Yeah.
in this game is not fast.
No, this is not a fast game. Boy, it's not.
Nope.
Okay, now we've got my other iron mine going up here. Normally, I'd be kind of flipping in and out of here as I was looking at production chains and stuff like that, but we're just doing it all kamikaze all at
The
once.
boss was so nice to
Right.
me today.
You might have
Either
also
I'm gonna
noticed
get
that I have
promoted
negative
or
94
fired.
eco balance on my island.
I'm
and
at
that
negative
is
32.
reducing the efficiency of my liquor
Game
chain.
set.
And I won't be at negative 32 forever either. As soon as I start getting some eco improvement buildings,
Right, right.
theoretically, more disasters can befall you as you get negative eco balance. But in practice, I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but there was one time I had a huge eco island, and Mzbundifund had just the most industrial hellscape you've ever imagined, and the worst eco disaster, or at least one of the 2 worst. A hurricane comes in, and a hurricane is just a big old unstoppable pillar of death. There's not really a whole lot you can do for it.
Right. There's no future weather machine
No.
you can build to
At the
divert it.
highest
It's just-
tiers, I think a shield generator can help you a bit with it.
Right.
The ecos get a shield generator, but we didn't have
Additional
those. They're
buildings
so expensive
now
and cost so much
available.
power to run.
You need a lot of tier 4 population
hard
before
work.
they even
Doesn't
unlock.
bother me.
Anyway,
everything else is
so
going
it's
great.
headed right towards the hellscape, and of course it veers off at the very last second and just demolishes my shining paradise. Uh-oh. Oh man, right in my docks too.
Is he attacking you?
He is. He's being a jerk, but now he's running away.
I'll send my boat over if you need it.
It's okay for now.
Oh, I don't think we can win that.
No.
Speaking of which, I have the ability to build bullets.
Oh, cool.
Bullets are the
I'm getting a
first,
repair dock up in my harbor, but I don't think that's gonna
Salman Davy.
do a whole
It is a
lot.
pleasure to meet you.
Maybe he'll
The
get tired of
SAAT Scientific Council
fighting
is
and run,
thrilled
but I
at
think
what
not.
you are
I think
doing
my
here.
exploration
probably
is
just-
done for now.
Yeah, he'll just blow up your boat.
Yeah,
I really should have gotten bullets up and going earlier, but
that's all right. Such it goes, I
worked
suppose.
up.
I should get a. The arcs that we came in on are unassailable, which is nice.
Right. This is what he means by the arc. It's this huge,
Communication system.
kind of your hub, your
Yeah.
avatar location.
Yeah,
It's kind of implied where you live.
right. That's I know there's negative environmental influences.
So I have chewed up almost all of my mine sites already. It sort of
New
goes without
island
saying that the
coordinates
Tycoon
acquired.
faction is a bit hungry for raw
Yes.
resources.
Boy, is that the case.
But the upside is I've done all this growth on one power plant, and I still have 32 power over going, or still overflowing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bacter has to build all these crappy wind parks, and each one of these provides, what, 15 or
Yep,
something?
15 power.
Yeah,
And they can't overlap.
right.
So there's a huge old radius. Is it? I'm still not quite doing the wood. Is it 4 wood producers for each sawmill? Is that how it goes, right?
No, the other way around.
4 sawmills for each wood
4
producer.
sawmills for,
That's way
for the
better.
tree nursery, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is how Bacter gets his tier 2 construction resource. My tier 2 construction resource is concrete, which you get by dredging sand out of the river from these sand extractors and limestone out of the crust
Yeah.
with these limestone quarries.
Right.
And then you mash them all together into the concrete factory here, which is, I don't know what these big turning drums are supposed to be. I guess they're like, yeah, a concrete mixer.
Yeah. Sure.
Anyway, or cement mixer, I guess. Anyway, Bacter's tier 2 resource is just wood.
Yep.
And all he has to do is he
I
has to build
need
one
some
of these
room. That's what I
big
need.
row. Yeah, he just builds this and a tree nursery, and it produces infinite wood forever.
Yep.
Um,
It's all right.
this video will not run long enough for it to become an issue, but you may notice that there are finite numbers of raw minerals in the world.
Yeah.
In that, see, there's 98,000 tons of coal on my main island, and I'm currently eating into 4 rotary excavators, 1 for power, 2 for tools, and 1 for bullets. And it's possible to run out.
Sure
And
is. And then you're just kind
that's
of
a
stuck.
much bigger deal for tycoons than it is for the hippies, because
Yeah.
the hippies have much fewer raw resource needs, at least
Right,
until someone invents cell phones.
My tree sawmill nursery thing going here will last forever.
Mhm.
Which is,
Now,
nice.
you can prospect for resources.
Which means if
will
you get there's a third faction, as of yet undiscovered in our playthrough of geniuses, they're called, I believe.
the Techs is
Techs.
their official name.
I see.
We call them the nerds or the geniuses.
Because they are.
Because you know we
always have a nerd town.
we have room to speak about nerds.
Yes, we do. We are sportsmen.
Hmm.
We love stuff like sports and being popular.
Anyone who wants
That's
to
why we're
browse
recording
Hey,
this
it's
video.
trench
this
coat.
collection
Yay!
of goods,
Yay.
here's a chance.
Old trench coat.
Trenchcoat is our favorite character.
He's
Where is
alright.
he?
I
Here
don't
he is.
know. Strindberg's pretty fun.
Strindberg's
I think.
pretty great, but Trenchcoat comes in on this aircraft carrier. Look at it, he's
Goodness
got a big
knows.
robot with a saw blade on it. He's got like some pigs just running around
Yeah.
on it.
You say what you will about him, he's not a particularly ambitious man. He's got
No.
an aircraft carrier, and his thought is, I bet I could have like a used car lot on this thing. I bet I could do a swap meet on this.
Yeah. His big deal is he will oh, can I make guns? I can't make a gun.
So
Okay.
close.
This will go a long way to making things nice.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping me safe from old Hex.
Hector is a jerk.
Most buildings build instantly because that's why would you wait?
Right.
But so that you can't instantly turn large amounts of raw resources into raw military power. Building a military building has this little animation where a flying truck comes out and delivers this, which slowly unpacks into a gun turret.
Yeah.
And here we go.
You got a turret
Gun
up.
turrets are nice, but they are a bit pricey on upkeep and power supplies, so you don't want to just throw them around forever.
That's true.
No, I don't. Vector might. I want it. I need more fish.
Oh man. Yeah, so like I said, as you increase your population, it's easy to forget even those most basic needs that your people need.
Mm-hmm. So I have just upgraded my warehouse there. Upgrading
Fine
warehouse.
idea.
It does two things. It gives you more storage space. Mm-hmm. You can carry more of each thing on your island. But the big thing it does is it adds an extra truck. You can see that here it's picking up fish and it's picking up some blocks at the same time.
Oh, here we go. I have got on my island, right by my warehouse now, a weather control station. And weather control stations are great. Those
here's one.
Those are.
Oh, you just built one?
Yeah, I just built one. Those are eco damage reduction facilities.
Right. So it's kind of hard to see on the other island. You see here at the bottom how his eco balance is actually increasing. The negative is diminishing. That means his weather machine is reversing the eco damage. Mm-hmm. Most construction things, most of the things you'd think of, like these big mines and smelteries and things, they're bad for the eco balance.
Sure.
And as long as you have one of these things running, then it will reverse some of the damage. And speaking of which, I think I am about ready to make my first one. Yeah, here we go.
Very nice.
Mine is the trash compactor. Mm-hmm. Because that's the way the tycoons
That's
roll.
exactly. They're not going to stop producing trash.
No, they'll just crush it up. The trash compactor is more efficient depending on how many houses, or the population within its little radius there.
Which fits very well with Mzbundifund's good city planning abilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I left that there, because it's a 3x6 requirement. You can see it's running at 70% efficiency right now. As I get better houses with more people in them, that will run up to 100%.
There you go. Okay.
If you've never played this game, the L button is the best hotkey. That is the unload your boat to the nearest dock thing.
Because sometimes if I'm approaching a dock and I'm just outside of range, I just huck all my cargo overboard. Just 30 tons of tools.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need it!
I need to send some concrete over there. Pulling in lots and lots of resources. I like to overproduce on construction resources because I'm an impatient man.
And you really do get into some shortages if you don't do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The other nice thing about stopping people from ascending is you can make them ascend much more quickly than if they just do it randomly. There's a gap of a couple seconds, and so if you're like, I want 5 more houses, you can just click your way through. All right.
Now, it's noted that my city planning, while at least somewhat thought out, is not great. There are, on the wiki, just these huge piles of...
You're not a madman, which is...
perfect, geometrically efficient designs where the people have found out how to build these things without any lost space whatsoever. Right. And as fun as that is, it's kind of a dull way to play the game, in my opinion, to just use perfect pre-packaged designs.
One thing I do like is you can see that there's people sort of wandering your streets and craft moving along, and the number and density and kind of people really is affected by what size your city is, how many people there are.
It's a bit too much for me.
Tilda wants 7 tons of whatnots for 12 tons of cell phones. Wow.
Dang.
Sure. Mikasa Sukasa. I mean, Mikasa is Sue 12 tons of cell phones. Dose tones de...
All right. Take it easy.
De los teléfonos.
You
Por
managed to pull
favor,
one
Tilda.
correct word out of your butt. Let's
Yes.
see. I don't need them. I need some.
That's what's called
These
pray
are
for a
the
cognate.
the flavor labs. This is, I guess, we need
Yes.
chili peppers or whatever for
Uh-huh.
flavoring our burgers.
Yeah.
And now we need what might be my favorite building in the
Oh
game.
boy, oh boy.
Register
pig-
an
the
energy
pig
The
factory.
pig factory is so great. It's hard to beat the fat farm, but the pig factory is pretty great.
Pig factory is so beautiful. Let me add this here. You have to build a lot of power plants in the game, so I like to add mine to it.
Yeah.
No. That's the coal mine. Silly me.
Did everything go according? From your casual swagger, I'd say. Hey, you're really on the ball.
I will
Whoa,
be
did we
happy to
did I
sell you
cancel
these
Tilda's
cell
job?
phones. Oh no, I will be happy to sell you these cell phones for a reasonable price.
Oh, you got him. I see.
I have no use for cell phones, so
That's fine. Yeah, no, I actually didn't know that could happen. We're so usually the same faction.
yeah. So what happened was, cell phones or communicators are a
Cell phones.
You need help?
Please. We're not
traded
animals
onto the
here.
marketplace.
Here we go. Man, I cannot wait until we get the better trading ships.
Oh, proposal.
These
Oh,
things...
you have to. You don't actually want to buy any communicators.
Oh, do
I'll
I not?
just sell them. I'll just put them on my.
No,
own.
hold on. I'll sell them.
You have to set them up to be auto bought, I guess,
Yeah, I
for me
guess.
to be
I
able
thought
to
you
sell
could have
them.
just transferred them. Oh well. I forgot that you're the Gray Eminence. We've all got titles you can see on the on the screen there.
I'm glad to
you
see
may
you.
also
Oh,
notice
yeah.
that instead of being named Bacter, I've taken the name Baggy Wrinkle for
Right. If you know what a baggy wrinkle is,
That's
then,
a nautical
feel
term.
smug. Mm-hmm.
It,
Yeah. The titles
What a
you earn are
surprise.
just for
Hey.
completing
Beautiful
various
name.
accomplishments.
I'm
within
glad
the
to
game.
see you.
Baggy Wrinkle is not a title, incidentally. It's,
No, that's just his
I just picked it.
handle.
Incidentally, I
Um,
typed it into Google real quick, and it auto-completed to Baggy Wrinkle the Kickstarter. So you too can help kickstart Baggy Wrinkle's A Lubber's Guide to Life at Sea. Wow, they got $43,000 for this. Good on her, I suppose. Anyway,
Sure.
not important back to me.
That's it. Yeah. Not important. Back to important things.
Crush it. Yeah, well, congratulations. This is what I found was somehow less important. Okay.
All right. So here's the pig farm, which is my favorite. They just roll around in there, and occasionally a big pusher comes in and pushes all the pigs onto a conveyor belt, and then the conveyor belt pulls them into this little building there, and then something happens.
Yes,
And then a
where
box
do the
comes
pigs
out.
go, you ask? It's not nice to ask these things.
Nobody knows where the pigs go,
No.
but eventually a crate comes out of the building.
Oh, pigs. I'm sorry, pigs.
Mm-hmm.
Pigs, listen.
Now, what was I doing? All right, I was sitting up there.
I'm, of course, creating the eco version of these, which is veggie farms.
Right, you make sushi or something.
Yes, I
don't know
make
what it is.
health food sushi.
Right.
I heard one time about a man who heard that sushi was healthy, and so it is sometimes. And he ate so much he got mercury poisoning. Too much
eat too
sushi.
much. Yep.
Don't eat too much sushi.
Oh, look at these pigs.
Game
Aw.
saved.
I always like the restaurants that. Oh, it's probably just saving.
That's correct.
I always like the restaurants where the advertising mascot is literally the animal being served.
Yeah, that
it
always
seems
weirds
awfully
me out.
mercenary.
Hmm.
Did you crash or something?
No, it's just taking longer than usual.
It just says you
Game
left the game.
saved.
Does it? That's bad.
Yep. Well, I guess that'll do for now.
That's fine. Maybe we'll return to the wistful world of Anno at some point.
Yeah, I think 45 minutes is plenty for
Oh,
now.
gosh, is that what it was?
Thank
Yeah.
you all for watching our Terrible Bombs LP.
This is one of those games where we can end up 3 hours into. Oh, hey, we're back.
Mhm.
No, we're not. We exploded. Did
Yeah.
we win? Oh, we left. Okay. Yeah, we can play this for 3 hours and be like, oh, I guess that's how long it took.
The reason, by the way, before we
Look at
sign
the
off,
population, man. Yeah. inferior
The reason we're
to
not
everything
doing
else.
the extreme bombs or the exotic bombs is
Yeah.
because they're really dull.
They're super dull.
They're not as not as difficult as the extreme bombs, and they're just a huge pile of identical modules. Like one
It's
is
just,
all
can
mazes.
you handle
or
7
one-
mazes or whatever?
Right.
So.
Yeah. They're boring. They're not hard, and frankly, we're never going to match the climax we got on that last bomb.
Absolutely.
So
Not the last 2 in particular. So yeah.
Nope.
That's,
So I hope you enjoyed watching things explode.
That's
and
right.
then watching us build some burgers or something
Yeah.
for a few minutes.
Well,
We may or may not start another LP.
we'll see you guys
eventually.
around, potentially.
Something's gonna happen. Later.
Bye.